There he is. Good afternoon. Welcome back to Carrie's Musings. I'm Carrie. Going to be with you a little while. If you'd like to join me, I'll put up the link in just a minute. Give everybody a chance to come on, check out, make sure I'm on live. And I'm still backwards. How's everybody doing? Hi, Carol. How you doing today? Got the link up there for people to join me. Okay. Oh, since you're here, Carol, did you try to get that through Amazon? Hopefully, I'm in sync with my voice. I'm not sure, but I've been having problems with that lately. I don't know what's going on. I have good internet. So, checking out a few things, give people a chance to jump on, see what we can do today. Got a few subjects I want to talk on. We had a situation up in East Palestine, Ohio. I noticed a lot of the experts are calling it East Palestine, but it's East Palestine because I'm from that area. The nasal drip. Sorry. Oh, I should be commenting instead of talking. That's all right. Anyway, up in East Palestine, we had a situation going up there. Looks like the government could care less, taking their good old time trying to get the mess cleaned up. I tried to get a hold of a couple people up there that I know. Couldn't get a hold of them today. I was going to have them on and talk about it. So maybe next time. But I saw online. I was reading about it online. I watched it online. It said 5 engineers were killed in a plane crash going to East Palestine. What is up with that? 5 expert engineers in one plane, and they're killed. Makes you question, right? What is going on? What is going on? It's really pathetic, the things that are going on, especially this past week. I cannot believe some of the stuff that's going on. Tuesday, I talked about Congress trying to make an amendment to say the Pledge of Allegiance, and how that somehow or another insurgents were brought into the saying of the Pledge of Allegiance. In my opinion, there was no insurgency on January 6th. It was a protest. It was going very good until they started pushing and shoving. I watched the video last night. You probably seen. I wish I might have to get another monitor so I can show these videos, but I can't do it the way I'm set up now. But they show a little push on the fence, and the police started pushing back. Ray Epps was there, egging them on. They started pushing the fence. One of the police officers fell, and one of the main guys with the red hat went over and helped the policeman up and helped him out of the way. Was he meaning harm? Not at all, apparently. He helped the officer up and out of the way. So where was the aggression? Where was the insurrection? There was a few instigators that caused some damage to make it look like it was an insurrection. I hope all these videos that are going to Tucker Carlson, he can show what went on, what happened, how the police herded everybody into the Capitol. People are going through the rotunda taking pictures, walking peacefully, not running. Oh, sure, they might have sat in some big wheel seats, but I'm sure they didn't hurt the seats by sitting in them. I saw the guy with the buffalo horns sitting in the leader's seat. He didn't harm it. It's still there. They didn't have to replace it. A lot of things happened that day. It shouldn't have come to that point. In most people's opinions, it was set up. It was set up big time. And like I say, it's our house. It sure is. It is our house, the people's house. It doesn't belong to those senators and congressmen. It belongs to the people of the United States. We, the people. We built it. Our tax dollars built it. It is not. It might be sacred in the government, but it's not a sacred place. It's an important place, very important place, but it's not sacred as they're trying to make out. And they compare it to other tragedies. Well, what about last summer? The Summer of Love. What was that? Oh, that was a peaceful gathering, according to them. How do you explain all the buildings burning down, people that were killed? Oh, things got a little out of hand. Wasn't an insurrection, not according to them. Only if people rise up against the government is it insurrection. I just can't call it an insurrection because nobody was rising up against the government. They were trying to make the government do the right thing. There was no uprising. Sure, they burnt cities to the ground. A lot of businesses, looted a lot of businesses, making our prices go up. It's all part of the big picture. It helped make our prices go up as much as the other stuff is going on. It's sad what they are doing to us. It is really sad. I tell you, they are trying to bring about the one world order so much that they don't care what they say now. It's out in the open. They'll tell us this is what we want to do, and this is how we're going to do it. You know, they talk about the deep state, and on my Facebook Carrie's Musings, I have a thing where a guy, probably about 2016, 2017, was talking about the deep state, the branches of it. He named each one of them, how they got financed, and how they get their money. He spelled it out, and he was with the CIA in a big time position, so he knew what he was talking about. And it's sad because we pay taxes. I saw somebody last night that said they didn't want to pay taxes. Well, I did that during Obama, and I found out that after 3 years, if you file, you don't get your refund. It goes to the Federal Reserve. The Federal Reserve is not United States owned. It's owned by the Rothschilds and the Roosevelts. So all this money that they keep from us is going to the deep state. It's financing them. Any unpaid refunds is sent to the Federal Reserve after 3 years. So it doesn't help us to hold back on not paying our taxes. What we need to do is pay our taxes, get our refunds, and everybody get as much as they can. We have to find another way to stop it, because not paying it won't help. Won't help one bit, because they can rig it up where they get your money going to their pot. They can take your past returns and put your dependents down and what have you, and get all your money into the Federal Reserve. So that doesn't help one bit, which I learned the hard way. $16,000 later. It's sad. Then top it off, it wasn't quite 3 years, but they held it up because of 2 years of slowdown with the sea. Said that they weren't working full time. They didn't have time to get everything done. They didn't have time to give information out because they were behind on their workload, and supposedly still behind on their workload. And now they're hiring 86,000 more agents for who knows what. They should be able to get their workload done, but we know that's not what it's for. We know that they're not going to use that 86,000 to check the taxes. No siree. So what are they up to? What are they up to? It's a cruel world out there today. And all of us, we have to stand up against it and talk back and let them know that we're not going to take it. We are not going to take it. People are hungering for the truth, as we saw at Avery University, holding a revival. People coming from all over the country, all over the world, to see a revival. They're hungering for it, and they don't know which way to go. But they're on the right path. The first place to go is God. And some people say, "Oh, it wasn't really a revival. This, that, What is a revival? What is a revival? Bringing back God's word is what it is. Reviving us. If it revives a few, they can spread it to many, just like our freedom cause. With God, He can help us to get our freedom. And that's what we have to do. And we have to do it big time. I'm trying to read over my notes here. I'm going to take it slow and easy today. But I'm going to try to, I can't play the video, but I'm going to play the sound here. This is going on trying to make the New World Order.
Are we ready for a new world order? Well, the organizers here are nothing if not ambitious. This is, I think you will agree, a daunting subject for discussion at just after 9 a.m. on a Wednesday morning here in the relative calm of Expo 2020. But tackle it we must, because I believe what is clear is that we have hit an inflection point. We are certainly living in a unique age of uncertainty and volatility. in global affairs.
Huh, that is weird because it's almost exactly what Joe Biden said last week. Remember, we are at an inflection point that only happens once in a generation, maybe a little longer. So they're all talking the same game. And for anyone who says, digital money, it's like Bitcoin. No, it's not. Well, it'll never happen here.
Can you hear it?
Here they are yesterday. Pippa Malmgren, she's an economist and former presidential advisor in the U.S., speaking yesterday at the World Government Summit, talking about the new digital money.
What underpins a world order is always the financial system. I was very privileged. My father was an advisor to Nixon when they came off the gold standard in 71. And so I was brought up with a kind of inside view of how very important the financial structure is to absolutely everything else. And what we're seeing in the world today, I think, is we're on the brink of a dramatic change where we are about to, and I'll say this boldly,
Yes.
we're about to abandon the traditional system of money and accounting and introduce a new one.
That's
And the new one,
dollar.
the new accounting is what we call blockchain. It means digital.
Listen to
It
this.
means having a almost perfect record of every single transaction that happens in the economy,
Every
which
single
will give us far
transaction.
greater clarity over what's going on. It also raises huge dangers in terms of the balance of power between states and citizens. In my opinion, we're going to need a digital constitution of human rights if we're going to have digital money. But also, this new money will be sovereign in nature. Most people think that digital money is crypto and private. But what I see are superpowers introducing digital currency. The Chinese were the first. The U.S. is on the brink in the same direction. The Europeans have committed to that as well. And the question is, will that new system of digital money and digital accounting accommodate the competing needs of the citizens of all these locations so that every human being has a chance to have a better life? Because that's the only measure of whether
A
a
better
world order
life.
really serves.
Yeah. I don't think so.
Okay. Do you hear that? They're going to need their own digital constitutional right. So, all your transactions got to be known. Not like cash, where you could be incognito, in other words, not knowing the transaction. They want to know every transaction, everything about you. No more being incognito with your cash. And that's scary. That who'd she mention first? China. China's already started it. And look how they treat their people. We have to think about these things. And the scary thing is, they can rule the world with it. There's no more being an individual with your own little secrets. Everything will be known. Everything. And the scariest part, when she said the digital constitution rights for digital currency. What does that consist of? You have to protect yourselves from the evils of the digital currency. So they know it's going to be bad. They know it's going to be wrong. But they're telling us they're going to bring it no matter what. In some way or somehow, we have to stop it. Hi there, Lot Forgiven. Good to have you with me. It's pathetic what they're trying to shove down our throats and what they're trying to do to our country. And also, Joe Biden gave the Chinese-backed WHO, World Health Organization, full control over U.S. pandemic policies. And the Senate doesn't even have to approve. He went out and did it on his own. and Senate can't do a thing about it. What's wrong with that picture? Is it constitutional? I doubt it. Where's the voices speaking up against it? Where are they? They're mute. Nobody's talking about it. Nobody whatsoever is talking about it. What are we going to do? We had to take the flag and we had to run with it. We had to let everybody know this stuff is going on. And it's going on each day is something new. Each day is something different. Little by little, they're whacking at our freedoms, taking them away. Just enough where we really don't notice it. Or we think, oh, that won't happen. And that's where a lot of people are. Oh, that won't happen in the United States. The government cares for us. They give us this. They give us that. They care for us. They wouldn't do that. Oh, yes, they would, and they are. Mark my words. They are doing it. No ifs, ands, or buts. They're taking them away a little at a time so we don't notice. Where they don't have everything happen at one time and everybody screams and hollers because, whoa, what are you doing? They think we're stupid. They think we don't notice. Well, I'm beginning to wonder. Because nobody is noticing. There's a few. We need to make it be known. We need to let everybody know what's going on. Our little bit, just letting somebody know that they are doing this to us. Everybody out there, please share, like, and subscribe. Help me get the word out. Help me get all this known. I heard a streamer the other day. I don't want to say too much, but from another country, that said that they thought that the federal government should make the laws and the states should be under them. We tried to explain that the states, you can move from state to state if you don't like the laws of the state, but if the law was federal, you had nowhere to go. Nowhere to go if the states don't have control of the laws. Misinformed because what they were used to in their old country. We can't give the federal government total control over our laws. The states have to have sovereignty, yeah, like it was set up, or we have nothing left to back up on. We can't, if it's federal all over the country, we're stuck with it. No way out. Unless it's changing the law back, and that never happens. Once it's on the books, they don't take it off. And we have to educate people that the federal government, all they're supposed to do is more or less like the police, protect our country and make sure the laws are abided by. That's all the federal government should do, according to the Constitution. You just read it. Provide for the common defense and life, liberty, and happiness. That's not making laws to tie us down. And that's why they put it to the states. So if you didn't like it in one state, you could go to another state. You weren't tied down to the same law everywhere. And there's a lot of laws out there that are crazy, even in the states. And in our states, we need to get them overturned, taken off. And it's hard because, like I said, once they get a law on the books, they don't want to take it off. They don't want to bend. They fought hard to get it there. Maybe they didn't, but usually it's a pretty tough battle, especially if it's a good law. So maybe we holler enough, maybe they'll take the bad laws off. Who knows? We have to try. We have to get out there and do our thing. We have to let them know we don't like them. Hi there, VT Hazel. How you doing? Glad to have you here. Anybody wants to join me, just click on the link. If you're on Facebook, click on the StreamYard link in Facebook and follow directions. It'll take you right in to be on with me in a panel. So really, I'd like to talk to other people about this kind of stuff, like Project Veritas. Have you seen that? Where a fellow staffer stabbed James O'Keefe in the back? And talk about him getting divorced. He's not even married. And bringing out stuff that was not true. Big old whirlwind. James O'Keefe left. He's going to do his own thing. He had a good thing going, exposing the government. People like to drink. They like to follow Satan. They get out there and get drunk, and they tell everything they know. That's the way we get them. Get them at their weakest moments. Satan's got a hold of them. Oh, and another. How about the jurist? The Georgia case. Bragging about how many people are this or how many people are that. And experts are saying, "Oh no, that's going to go for Trump's side." She's bringing the state's case down. She's out there running her mouth where she shouldn't. They shouldn't be allowed to discuss what's going on in the jury. But thank goodness she is. It's crazy what people do for 15 minutes of fame. And when she was being interviewed, she even looked demonic. I wish I could show it, but I can't. I'm limited right now, like I said. I had to get another monitor and another few things so I can be able to show clips, what have you. I did have it, but it broke down. These are the things that are going on, and we just let it go by like it was nothing. We should be aware of this stuff. I mean, she's out there telling the world how crooked they are in the jury and what they're doing, how they've already made up their mind. It's sad. It's sad that we can't get a jury because they want to do away with Trump. Really sad. What is wrong with saying, "Make America great again"? That should be on everybody's tongue. Make America great again. But it's a bad word. We say it, we get condemned. Oh, you're one of the right-wing lunatics. No, we're right-wing, we're not lunatics. We believe in right and wrong. What do you believe in? Wrong is right. Hi, Aruba, how you doing? You working hard? But it's pathetic the way we're living now. I just can't say enough about it. If we don't do something about it, we'll be doomed little by little. And it won't take long. If they start pushing one thing right after another, it won't take long at all. And that's what every day it's something new. Every day. Let me look at my notes here. See, like I said, I forget half of it. But we have to let the government know they need to get back to the Constitution, where the states have the supreme right to the law. The government's there to protect us. That's just about it. Make sure everybody's living a good life. That's what they're supposed to do. Not make laws on us, not give our rights to other countries, not give away our freedom to the WHO and the WEF. And we're giving everything away. We want to be like the other countries. Not at all. We don't want to be like those other countries. We want to be the United States of America, not the divided States of America. Folks, we have to stand tall, wave our flags, let everybody know we're not going to take it anymore. We're not going to take it. Hold our heads up high and fight what's going on that's going on against us. I just can't say it enough. Just can't say it enough. If we don't act, we'll suffer the consequences. And the consequences are dire. Really dire. With no freedoms whatsoever. No justice. Right's wrong and wrong's right. So there can't be any justice in a situation like that. They can holler, no justice, no peace, all they want. You don't have the freedoms, you won't have it. Period. Nobody. This is not about one side or the other. This is about the United States of America. It's about all of our freedoms. Not just one side, both sides, all sides. It concerns all of us. And people should have enough sense to know. It's good for one, it's good for everybody. It's going to happen to all of us. They're not immune to it. It will get them. They'll have to suffer along with the rest of us if they keep acting the way they want to go. But we need to educate people and let them know this. It don't matter who you are, or what you believe in, or what you think. If they pull this off, we are in trouble. And it might get really bad. The worse it gets, the more, who knows? Like I said, you see all these movies showing futuristic times, everything destroyed, downgraded, living like Mad Max. It'll come to that. That's what they're trying to bring us to. For what reason, I have no clue. I don't even think they know. They probably don't even visualize it. Or maybe they do. Maybe that's what they want. Start all over again. Build back better. Maybe that's what it means. I don't know. But I'm not going to stand for it. I'm not going to put up with it. I'm going to let them know it's not right. And we have to do something about it. I don't want to live like that. I don't want my kids or grandkids to live like it, or great grandkids. None of them. And it all goes to them. Everything we sow today, they reap in the future. And we're sowing the seeds now. We're sowing it right now. And it's only them that's going to see the benefits or the non-benefits. Only them. We probably won't even see it. Or we might, but I'm sure we'll see a lot. But we have to do it for our children. And they're trying their best to teach them the other way so they won't realize what they're missing, so they won't know what they're missing. Just like Hitler did to children back in World War II. Programmed them the way he wanted them. And thank goodness there wasn't enough time to get it really going. But he did a lot of damage with the children back then. And other countries have seen this, and they're doing it slower. They've infiltrated our colleges, universities, and now into our grade schools and high schools. They're infiltrating all of them, teaching all the garbage. Teach them not to be proud of America, that we've done bad things. There have been bad things done for centuries. But that's why we learn history, so we can correct those mistakes and go on and do what we're supposed to in our lives and correct the mistakes. But it's up to us to step up and do it. It's surprising how everybody else don't see this. I don't understand it. I think about it all the time, about how this is affecting all of us and everybody, and how they don't see it. And I've talked to people that don't believe that this stuff is going on. It's sad to know that they think they can go status quo and keep on going. And I hate to think about what they'll think when it actually hits them, when it actually comes into their personal life. There's a lot of things that people are going through, and they still don't understand that the government's affecting their lives in all kinds of ways, in everything they do. They try to have a hand in it. We have to get out from under that. We have to get out from under their thumb and get back to where it's we the people. They represent us. And I think about how many of them that's up there in the legislature and the Senate that don't really understand that they are representative. I don't know. It seems like there's quite a few that don't really realize that they're not on their own. They're representing their people. They're on such a big power grab, they've forgotten it. Either forgotten it or have never known it. They just think that, they'll get famous and get money. I don't know. I don't even know why they don't use common sense and think about this stuff. Because I'm sure they've all studied history. They all know what's going on. But then again, maybe they don't. I don't know. It bewilders me. Some of the things they say, how in the world can they say it with a straight face? It's sad to see them talk this garbage and act like nothing's gonna be wrong with it. We let millions of refugees in the country without any kind of test or anything, yet we have to go around and be restricted in our lifestyle. What are they thinking? Are they trying to keep it going? Are they trying to destroy the country? Do they want the country at its knees? Do they think they're going to get more money by being rulers, kings and queens? I don't know. It's sad. I would have never thought 50 years ago that this would be happening. I would have never thought it. It would have never entered my mind. And it's probably the same thing with younger people now. They don't know about it, so they're not missing it. They're not missing the freedoms we had back years ago. And we started losing them back then. Really, it started back when I was a youngster. And we just don't see it. Somehow or another, we got to take the blinders off our eyes and see it. I just don't. We need everybody live streaming, catching the wrongs, educating people what's going on, bringing up old history, letting them know what we fought battles for. There've been so many soldiers died for the freedom of this country. It should put everybody to shame, the way we're going now, to reverse what they fought for. Our own relatives that died on the battlefield, trying to keep our freedoms, trying to keep the world free, everybody free. And we pride ourselves on helping other countries, but right now we've got to help ourselves. We've got to help here in the United States because we have so many poor, so many needy, so many veterans going without anything. It's pathetic. And they won't help them, but they'll send money across the ocean and spend money to start wars and keep wars continuing. We shouldn't be doing that. They talk about policing the world. Excuse me, what are we doing now? We're policing the world. I don't know how many times I heard that during the Trump presidency. Oh, he's trying to police the world. And during Bush. That's not a good example, though, because he had his ways with the New World Order. We can't keep going on like this. No, we're not the police of the world, but we should make sure the world's a good place. But we don't need to fight their battles, and we don't need to send them money to fight their battles. Who do we get money from? We don't. They say they're paying into NATO. President Trump got the countries to pay into NATO. Well, what's going on now? You're not paying anymore, I bet you. Not at all. These are the things we have to look at. There is so many. We can't just sit and talk about all of them. But we need to know what's going on and try to correct what we can and get back to where we were 100 years ago. Because that's how far back it was when they started this slow evolution that we're on. It's gaining momentum every day now. Every day. No more hiding behind anything. They're out in the open. They've told us what they want. They're telling us what they want. No more hiding. They're letting us know. They're keeping us informed, and we still don't care. We still don't care. That's sad. What do? We keep on getting on. We keep talking. We keep educating people. We start that ripple. Become a mighty wave. And that's what we have to do. We have to get on every bridge, every street corner there is in the United States and say, we don't want to take it no more. Don't take a bloody battle. We're not that far gone, I don't think. But we need to let our legislatures know that they work for us. If they don't do it, they're going to be gone. We need to keep an eye on our voting. Make sure it's done legit. Do whatever we can to change the law so it will be fair. Because everybody knows on both sides. Everybody knows there's something wrong. I mean, they complained about it on the Democrat side when Obama was in office, when Hillary started running. They know it's not right. They know something's going on. And who are the powers that be that's guiding this? People like George Soros. Organizations all over the world trying to sway our elections to whichever whim they have that day. We can't do it that way. We the people have to speak. We're the ones to decide, not other countries, not big corporations, not big money billionaires or whatever he is. Must be more than a billionaire. We have to decide. We have to let them know that we're the boss, not these other people, this dark force. We have to do it. I just can't say it enough. So when are we going to get her done? Well, that's up to you. I'm trying to do it now. But if you're not doing anything, shame on you. Don't come to me and say, well, why is this happening? You got to get out there and do the job yourself too. Get out there and tell everybody. Don't be afraid. That person you're talking to probably feels the same way. I've talked to several people out in the market, at the gas station, at the flagways. All you need to do is talk to one, two, three people, and they'll go tell 1, 2, 3 people, and it'll go and go and go. But if you don't say nothing, they'll never know. So if you're not saying anything, shame on you. And help the live streamers. Get out there and do your own live stream. Help them get the words out. They're doing it for you, for your children and your grandchildren. Not just theirs, but everybody's. Out there trying to straighten up the wrongs that's been committed against us. And I don't think I could be any more plainer. It's up to us, each individual, no matter how small it is, to do it. To let our country know we don't want to take it anymore. We won't take it anymore. We don't want to be part of England. We don't want to be part of France. We don't want to be part of South America. We want to be the United States of America, not the divided states. And they're trying to divide us big time. Everything in the world now is racism. They don't even know what racism is. Don't even know what it is. Because why? They haven't studied history. They don't know what's going on. How can they correct mistakes if they don't know what's happened in the past? If they don't study history? Thank goodness here in Florida they teach the Constitution in the 8th grade. I think it should be taught all along, but they are teaching it for a semester in 8th grade. But we need to do it in our home. We need to hand out pocket constitutions everywhere. Talk it up. Let people know what rights they have, because the majority of the people don't even know what rights they have. They don't know. They weren't taught it, especially if it's been the last 20 years, I'd say. Ever since they took God out of school, they took the Constitution out of schools. I don't know about the other states. Like I say, here in Florida, it's taught in the 8th grade. And it needs to be taught all the way through. So they'll know it for the rest of their lives. Like a lot of us older people. We studied at school, we had to memorize it. Of course, I forgot a lot. I don't remember it. I still have to look back and reread. But I have a good idea what it says because I studied it. It's just like when I was growing up in Ohio, in 6th grade, we had Ohio history, the state history. We need to teach our children like that. We need to keep the history going, so we'll know what happened and what we can do to correct what happened and keep it from happening again, especially if it was wrong. I'm telling you, we need to get down on our knees and pray to the good Lord that He helps us and gives us the strength to carry on this, to do this duty, to save this great country. And it's still great. It's still great, but it's declining. It's going away quickly. But pretty soon we won't be able to do nothing. And we all know it. So get out there and do what you can. Get out there and spread the word. Wave the flag. Put the decals on your car or on a poster, whatever. Let people know what you stand for. And don't be afraid. There's nothing to fear but fear itself. There's a lot of, that is so true. That is so true. There's so many things that we could say that are true like that. I'm gonna cut it now. And if you want to talk about something, email me or text me. Let me know. Got my email on my About page. Let me know. If you want to come on and discuss something, let me know. I'll be glad to have you on. I can have up to 10 people on here. I really like panels because we can discuss a whole lot more and talk back and forth. And I'm not too good at talking to myself. I tend to stall a little bit and think about things and then say it. So anybody can help, jump on, help me out. And I'm going to do this as long as I can. But anyway, till the next time. Oh, if anybody has an idea what time I should go on, let me know. I'm not too sure about this time of the day. I don't want to infringe on the J6ers. And I have another broadcast I do, Jesus Lives Group, on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 8. So that time's out. But I need to get a set time. I'm trying Tuesdays and Thursdays at between 2 and 4. If you like another time, let me know. Want to get people in here. We'll get people participating, people to help out in panel discussions, and whatever comes across, we'll do it. Until next time, I love each and every one of you. I'm looking out for you. I'm doing the best I can. So, till the next time, y'all have a good day, and I'll see you next time. Bye now.